No, he's not. I don't think he needs to pass to Oscar Robertson first, I would say, who was incredible and was the best guard of the 60s. I don't know if he's a point guard. I guess would be my big argument with that. I always look at Steph like he's just a guard. So if you're thinking about him in the context of the best guards ever, I think just doing what he's doing for 3-4 more years, now you start looking about him with Jerry West, Oscar Robertson, Kobe. I think Magic's a tough one because that guy was in the finals every single year.
All the time.
I thought he was one of the best 5 players I've ever seen in my lifetime. The flexibility he had, the ability to play any position, how much better he made his teammates.
You've got Magic top 5 all time overall.
I had him fourth. In my book, I put him over Bird, which killed me. But he just had a couple more years than Bird did. Bird got injured. Bird basically had a 9-year run. I have LeBron past Magic at this point, but I still think Magic's in top 5. And, is one of the great teammates of all time, too. I think him and Duncan will be remembered. And I think Curry's on this list, too. Those 3 guys are just great teammates. They made everybody better. They were completely unselfish and just cared about the team.
And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Jay Crowder out there at Bridges. And it's Chris Paul. Then there's Ayton. And it's Johnson in at the 2 guard. And for the Warriors, Green down low with Looney. Wiggins is out there with Curry. And it's Oubre in at the 3. And so here's Phoenix. Now here's Bridges. His last outing he had 8 points. Johnson against Wiggins. That's it, and he found his range with that one. Wow, 1 for 2.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now, here's Bridges. Misses the 3.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
Curry outside. No good there. And Phoenix the other way now.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And from everything we're hearing, Bill, the draft's one and done aspect may be coming to an end. Like it?
For me, the G League is the key to all of this. I would like to see the guys come right out of high school and go to the G League and have an actual infrastructure that's attached to the league.
The G League was having an effect on the NBA. There were a lot of former guys from that league playing in the big league.
The other thing is, like, sports rights are becoming more and more valuable with the streaming services and just the fact that you can watch a game anywhere you are. You can watch it on your phone, you can watch it if you're in China, you can watch it if you're in Hawaii. And I think the G League should be a bigger thing. So if they can figure out a way to kind of steal college basketball's corner with some of this stuff while also preparing these guys. The one and done that makes no sense to me. I don't understand what anyone gains from going to college for 5 months and then pretend they're a college student.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they might be pressing a little, I mean, forcing some things. This is a good opportunity to calm everyone down.
Now here's Paul. Crowder kicks to Bridges. Lock at 6. Green with the block.
And what Green action. How he looks up for help. He's such an outstanding shot.
Crowder hit the steal. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Warriors leading by 5. Here's Oubre. Bridges with the board. Suns have got a paltry 0-6 from the field in what's been a very difficult start for them. Shot by Crowder, no good. Warriors have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Well, it's no secret that your heart lies in Washington. Just what was it like growing up in and around that area?
Well, it's definitely the reason I like sports as much as I do, because it's so sports obsessed. A lot of it is cold weather stuff, I feel like, where there's 5 months a year that just stink, and then there's 3 other months that, you know, it's just smoking hot and humid. And so the sports makes everybody kind of crazy because you're crazy anyway. But there's definitely being in Boston when something good's happening, like Celtics making an NBA playoff Red Sox in September when the Yankees are coming to town, or the Saturday before a Patriots game. You can kind of feel it as the community of it. That's the difference between here and a place like LA.
It formed you as a professional. Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, here's Bridges, following the miss by Draymond Green. 5 to shoot, and the pass to Ayton. Johnson from outside. Phoenix, no good that time either. The Warriors leading by 7. Higgins against Crowder. Johnson with the block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. Here's Looney. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Shot clock at 6. Higgins outside. Here's Oubre. He doesn't hit that one. The Suns go the other way with it.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Bridges passes to Paul. Pass to Crowder. Ayton trying to break free. Shot by Crowder, no good.
Not the most productive quarter he'll ever have, but his shot selection's been a little bit dubious.
Wiggins passes to Curry. Oubre outside. Fires at the elbow. Rebound by the Suns.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Well, textbook defense. I mean, it took a good angle to the shooter and bothered the release. Now, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Warriors shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Billy, you look at the awards given out by the league. Most have been around for a while. But is there any award that you'd like to add? Something that's not being touched on in terms of high performances and success?
I think that there should be a playoff MVP. I made this case in my book
That's
that
a great idea.
there's always like a best guy in every postseason, and I would like to see who that would be. And it's pretty easy to go backwards and figure out who it was. I did that. Just go backwards and have all the backstory of who it should have been, but then going forward, now here are the ones we're adding. I would like to see that. I would also like to see a best bench celebration award, because certain teams just have these guys. They're good at pointing, they're good at fist pumping, first guy during the timeout running over,
Chest bumps.
they have handshakes.
All of it, yeah.
They're waiting at the scorer's table before the game to do the special handshake with each guy. I feel like that guy deserves some shine. Last year, DeAndre Jordan, I think, was one of the first guys I remember who was just great at this before he started playing. Late 2000s Spurs. I was like, man, this guy's really, he's not playing, but he's really good at it.
Off the dribble, Crowder careening inside. He gets the whistle.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And really, the line a season ago was just a battle for him. Just about a 72% free throw shooter.
And the first one.
And you talk about a culture builder. Jay Crowder is a guy who is not content with losing ball games. He's a competitor, and that rubs off on his teammates.
Smith checked in for Phoenix. He doesn't get the second one. Bill, you host your own podcast. I've listened to it. I subscribe to it.
Thank
I
you.
love it. What do you make of so many NBA players now doing the same thing?
And we have a couple couple of them. At the Ringer, we have J.J. Redick, we have Vince Carter and Ken Bazemore. The ones that are good at it take it seriously. It can't be one of those things where, you know, a player says, you know what, I want a podcast, and then it just magically happens. And you got to work on it. You have to use your connections and book your guests, and you have to be candid on the podcast. You can't just show up and just babble. And the guys that have been successful at it are people that could probably have a media career for a living. Like JJ is clearly going to go into media after he retires. Richard Jefferson had a great podcast. He's gone into media. He's really good.
Yes.
So I think you need a little more talent at it that people realize. And you need the consistency of it. You can't say, I'm starting a podcast and then not do it for 2 months. Like, you have to really stick to it.
Still very athletic. I mean, Paul put it on the deck and get into his spots.
Pass it to ABC. Here's Castro. Good work defensively by Crowder. Looking at the Suns, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Trailblazers in Portland. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
At 6'7", Jay Crowder weighs as much as some centers. He's built for contact.
Curry deciding where to go with it. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Here's Crowder. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2 for 6 start.
And he showed me something that time. Crowder breaking them down off the dribble.
Golden State's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Curry passes to basket. Crowder with the steal. And now the Suns, a fast break. Ball with the ball. So they take the lead. And the Suns lead by 1.
And credit Crowder with his activity, disrupting the play. He got them out running the time.
Bill was in Boston where you received your master's degree in journalism. What attracted you to this profession? Why journalism?
I couldn't do anything else, and I didn't like being a liver.
No, really.
No, that really was it. I was good at
Like
writing.
anybody in your family or anybody you
I was always a good writer, and I like writing and sports. So
Yeah.
I'm just kind of like, do those two things
Did in
together.
high school, I'm assuming? Right?
Yeah, started in high school. I had the big thing for me was in college. I had a column for the school newspaper, really from freshman year on. And around sophomore year, I felt like I started to get momentum. And that was the first time I thought, when did I get paid for this? Which, as it turned out, no, until I was about 29. Yeah.
Here's more. Kicks it to Crowder. Here's the floater. Chris with the rebound. And so Curry will bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. Here's ABC, and he uses the glass on the wing. And it's a 3-point Warrior lead.
No basket feels better than a putback. Love getting rewarded for grinding it out on the glass.
Crowder, the pass to Booker. Back to Crowder. Saric outside. It's deflected. Moore against Thompson. It's good.
The recognition of when to shoot, when to drive, Clay's got it down.
58 seconds left in the first quarter. Booker outside. Dishes to Crowder. Trey. Chris with the rebound.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Tries to keep it alive. Reach for it. Out of bounds, and it'll go to the Suns. Suns trail by 5. Crowder, the pass to Booker. And the Suns get it back. No good from Moore. 3 seconds separate the shot clocking game to the inside. And Thompson gets it to go in on the assist by Curry. And the Warriors lead by 7.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
Yeah, and Greg, they've been a more cohesive team over this stretch, and that helps account for their lead.
Booker with it. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And so it's the Golden State Warriors bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll get get right back to the action when we return. So much talent on this Warriors team. Draymond Green talks about how it all meshes together.
The way I judge, whether we can play together or not is on the defensive end. I never really judge on the offensive end. It's about picking each other up on the defensive end and albeit on the string.
Greg, defense is Draymond's specialty, no question about it.
And it all starts on that end. The Warriors feel like if they take care of business at that end, the offense will take care of itself.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Marquise Chris is out there with ABC, and it's Pascal in at the small forward. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. And you can see how Klay Thompson fits with this team. It seems to be the perfect complement to Steph and the other Warriors around him.
Yeah, like him and Steph have the same great quality of just really fun to play with. Can fit in with whatever franchise you have, whatever supporting cast you have. Doesn't need the ball to succeed, but if you need him to get more shots, he can do that too. Incredible defender. It's actually become overrated to talk about how underrated a defender he is, because I think people know he's an underrated defender. He can guard everybody from 6'8" to 5'10", and I actually think he's more than a compliment. I think he's a worthy sidekick for Steph. I would give him sidekick status.
I want to be your side.
Hey, that's great. I would never call you a compliment. I'd say you're a sidekick.
I'd give you one.
Thank you.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Outside Crowder. Looking to end the run. It's blocked. They get it back. Shot clock at 3. Here's Booker. And he overshot that one, missing. Warriors leading by 15. Pascal, the pass to Curry. And it goes down 2 points. Curry's got 9 points.
3-point shooting, mid-range, driving it, taking you off the dribble. I mean, all the elements of Curry's game is coming out over the course of a night.
And the Suns call time here.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Well, the defensive intensity has to pick up, and I'm sure coach is going to let them know that.
Phoenix making some changes. Andre is checked in for Šarić. Mikal Bridges comes in for Crowder, and it's Johnson in for Moore. Booker against Curry. Pass to Johnson. And Bill, when it comes to NBA awards, some people have said voter fatigue is a factor. Would you agree with that?
No, I actually think NBA awards are in the best shape they've been in because people are afraid to screw up. That with the internet and the accountability we have now.
Accountability.
And we
There's
also,
nothing anonymous about it.
No. And we have really good numbers and metrics now, and I actually think we make the right decisions with this stuff most of the time now. I didn't really see any egregious stuff last year other than the one person who voted Dwayne Wade for second team All-NBA.
You get a vote, don't you?
I do, and I take it really seriously.
I do too.
Yeah.
I feel the same way.
I really care
Our name
about
is
it.
attached to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also, when I wrote my book, I really relied on the All-NBA stuff. They're a snapshot of what happened that season.
Good point. Hits it from 3-point range. Johnson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Curry against Booker. The pass to Oubre. Outside, Green jacks up a 3. Doesn't go that time. The Suns go the other way with it. Curry against Booker. Over to the wing. And here's Bridges. No points in the game hit for him. Just Just 5 on the clock. Here's Ayton, fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Just such strength on these finishes. When you foul Ayton, you really have to hit him to prevent the basket.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Kevon Looney is checked in for ADC. And the Suns making a change here as well. Paul's checked in.
And you just have to be enticed by the skill set of Ayton, a 7'1" behemoth who plays with a lot of physicality and skill on both ends.
There's Looney. Oubre finds Green. Warriors getting another chance here. And it's blocked.
And using that wide reach to reject shots. Ayton can't afford to throw up weak stuff around the big fella. You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about them not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
And finished off by Oubre.
When the two guys in the league will make a lead pass like that, oh, just a fantastic look.
Booker looking around. Shoots from the high post. And it's Looney with the rebound. Looney's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And yeah, Kevin, you can't afford to lose someone open around Curry. He's great at keeping his head on a swivel.
Now Paul. There's the 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Looney's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. And it's 9 points for Andrew Wiggins.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Booker the pass to Ayton. Paul with the 3. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt at his 3rd make.
You got to appreciate how assured Paul is. He takes pride in torching the deep on the catch and shoot.
Wiggins right side. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Suns trail by 16. Ball outside. Pass to Booker. All sorts of time, and it's wide right. It's off the rim.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he's just in a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but he hasn't been successful.
Now Bridges, following the 3-point attempt by Andrew Wiggins. Ball finds Ayton. Takes it from 10. Steph Curry with the rebound. Warriors leading by 16. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Good, and Green picking up the assist. Wiggins has got 14 points for the game. And so Booker will bring it up for the Suns. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. That'll be the 3rd game of this 3-game road trip. Johnson against Wiggins. Down low. Here's Booker. It's deflected. Green taking his time here. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. And a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
That's a feed that Green makes look way easier than it is. You got to have amazing vision to make that pass.
The Warriors shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for the Warriors. And a change for the Suns. Jake Crowder's checked in for Johnson.
What's up?
Free throw good, Wiggins. Now here's Paul. 7 points in the game. Kicks to Bridges. Passes it to Ayton. Back to Bridges. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
His offense has been non-existent tonight. This really hurt him.
Wiggins outside. Pass to Thompson. Over Paul. Almost, but it rolls out.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
No, you're right. He'd take that 10 out of 10 times. You're not going to miss many of those.
Bridges shot. Good. Warriors leading by 20. Here's Thompson. He's got 7. 1:49 left here in the second. On the wing, Green. 5 on the clock. From downtown, it's tipped. And there's the pass to Bridges. Pass to Booker. Launches a 3. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Booker.
A moment to check out DeAndre Ayton here. Great showing for him last season. 10th in field goal percentage, and he did his share on the glass, battled his way into the top 15 in rebounds per game.
And you know, back to his tremendous efficiency shooting last season, top 10 in the league, his dead-eye shooting creates so many opportunities for that offense. And entertaining as always, Bill, thank you so much for stopping by. We always appreciate your time.
Thank you. Just, I don't want to do any Celtic games. Can we not do that? I don't want to see that game. Let's do the other things.
You know, Greg, Bill Simmons has worn so many hats as a writer, a podcaster, a broadcaster. Now, it's nice to let him wear one more on our broadcast.
He's been successful for a reason, Kevin. There's a fearlessness, but also great humor in his perspective.
Outside, Green. There's 42 seconds left in the first half. But he stays with it. A fader. Goes up again, and he sinks the layup.
And they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Now, here's Ayton. It's Crowder on the wing. And Rooney sends it back. Oubre passes to Thompson. No good from outside. And the wide open shot from Crowder. Good, and Paul gets the assist. And it's 7 points for Jay Crowder.
Oh, superb recognition by Crowder to catch the D by surprise with an effective pull-up jumper, catching them sleeping for just a second and cashing in.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. The Warriors on top, running away with this one. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thank you. Andrew, the energy and effort were apparent throughout that first half. How were you able to do it?
We had a good practice, working hard, really putting things together. Keep doing it and come with a W.
Hey, thanks for your time. We appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Andrew Wiggins led the way in the first half. He ended up with 17 points and 2 rebounds. First 2 quarters from him were fun to watch. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, they just about ran their offense to perfection. They pounded the ball inside, and the entry fees were on time and on the money. It was a clinic to watch. The second half is going to be no contest if they keep getting shots 8 feet in.
Shaq, what'd you think about Phoenix?
Well, first of all, as cold as they've been from the floor, I can't say I'm surprised by the score. You cannot shoot the ball that poorly and expect to be in the game. Better ball movement,
If their offense stays this stagnant, they can forget about a comeback.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side, my brother.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Andrew Wiggins in this game, he's been everywhere.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets to the paint.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Craig, for the Phoenix Suns, with a franchise-high 9-year playoff drought, there is pressure on this team to find their way out of that long rebuild.
And their moves on draft night, they raised some eyebrows. They've got some young talent, but can new coach Monty Williams turn them into a winner? Long-suffering Suns fans certainly hope so.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Suns. They've got Ayton. Bridges out there with Jay Crowder. Then it's Chris Paul. And it's Johnson in at the 2 spot. Free throw, no good for Green. Good shot selection, largely dependent on getting open. Which players do the best job of moving, you think, right now without the ball?
Period. Klay Thompson, 60 points, 11 dribbles. Did you hear me? 60 points,
Shot.
11 dribbles.
It almost looks like a mystery, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
I mean, he's built like a truck. Draymond easily able to finish through contact now with a chance to put the cherry on top. Yeah, fans around the league love to hate Draymond Green for how outspoken he is. I honestly believe that hate fuels Green. He loves to play the bad guy.
And Green, no good on that one. And C-Web, as you were talking about with Draymond Green, he's embraced the role in the past of villain in the NBA. But he said during the playoffs last year he wants to change his ways.
Yeah, right. We'll see. Draymond will hurt opposing players and fans alike. But that's just a part of what makes him so effective. I mean, he's the ultimate example of a player who you love when he's on your team and you hate when he's not.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Crowder kicks to Bridges. And it's off from 3-point range. And so Curry will bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. They have a 22-point lead. It's the most they've led by. Wiggins from outside. Good. And it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got his 4th assist in this one.
And that makes him 4 for 5. I mean, I think that's pretty good numbers. I mean, they've got to be pleased with how things are playing off so far.
Now, here's Bridges. Here's Paul. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
Curry passes to Oubre. And it's Golden State with another.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
Oh, I do too, Greg. You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game.
Here is Paul after the made shot from Kelly Oubre. And there's the feed to Ayton. Missed inside.
It's a very aggressive defense to prevent the easy lay-in.
Ball against Curry. Now here's Wiggins. Tight defense on him. Back to Curry. There's the triple. Another 3 for Golden State.
Always looking to fire away from outside the arc. Curry is
Suns have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Ball against Curry. Paul goes in, goes up and lays it nice and easy. Paul's got 13 points.
You can learn a lot by watching him operate in their offense.
Inside, it's Curry. That time on the assist by Wiggins. 16 points for Steph Curry.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
And the Suns call time.
Well, everyone has already agreed that Curry is a generational talent and one of the greatest shooters of all time. I mean, at this point, he is just climbing up the all-time list in NBA history. I mean, it's a robust resume.
Suns. Smith checked in for DeAndre. Saric comes in for Mikal Bridges. And it's Etuan Moore checking in for Johnson. Third quarter action in just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Paul outside. Here's Smith. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 3 assists in the game. And with Curry, the titles, the unanimous MVPs, I guess it's hard to argue he's not one of the best ever.
Yeah, Kevin, what stands out to me is just how much he's changed the game. I mean, when you alter how teams approach the game and how kids practice at home, he's made the 3 just as big as the dunk.
Now here's Saric, following the miss by Andrew Wiggins. Beyond the arc. Another 3 for Golden State.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Moore. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Lets it go with a 3. Connects from 3-point range.
And I've seen Paul make about 1 million of those passes over his career. It never gets old.
Passes it to ABC. Some nice passing by Golden State. And it's Wiggins missing. The Suns have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And not just a long-range gunner, but Etuan Moore also blessed Greg, one of the NBA's best floaters.
I mean, he takes a lot of those mid-range shots, those floaters in the lane that makes them more often than not. For a player standing 6'4", the ability to finish inside, providing that counterbalance to his three-point shooting.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. Well, teams are getting shaken up a bit. Coach is usually the first to go, get fired. Do you think teams get too trigger happy with that aspect, coach first and then looking at the team?
Yeah, I do. But unfortunately, if you're the head of the team, that's the responsibility, and that's kind of that's your job to take all of the heat. Being a coach is such a thankless job. You don't get thanked unless you win the championship. If not, it's like good job. Okay, we don't care about the fires you put out. We don't care about the players you developed. We don't care about the chemistry you built. You didn't win, so yeah, coaches are usually the first to go, and it's unfair. But hopefully they have some connections and they have a good resume. They'll be back around somewhere else. They'll pop up somewhere else.
They sure will. Here's Moore, following the score by Golden State. Steps back and fires. And Chris Paul the bucket on the assist from Moore. 15 points for Chris Paul.
He's perfect from the field this quarter. He's giving them fits out there.
Here's Castro. And another 3 for Golden State.
Well, the D has gotten a little bit lax here defending the triple.
Paul with the ball. He's got 15. Outside Crowder. Knocks it loose. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession. It's get a look now at the 2K leaderboard to see who led the league in assists last year. Third is Chris Paul.
Very few guys pass the ball better than he did. I mean, he didn't just have eyes in the back of his head. It's almost as if he had them on both sides, too.
And it's the Warriors with the ball after the missed three from Jay Crowder. Moore against Thompson. Curry outside. Jay Crowder pulls it in. Crowder's got 6 rebounds in the game. Paul falls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
Tonight, Paul's all about putting up points. I mean, most of the time he's a distributor, but tonight he's going out and getting it.
Pass to Thompson. To the paint. Here's ABC, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Greg, this season is the first time in the last 4 or 5 years that Golden State will not be the prohibitive favorites to win it all.
I mean, back-to-back devastating injuries in the finals. Kevin Durant departing in free agency with time and health. Will they retake the throne? We'll just have to wait and see.
And he knocks down the first one. Booker, he's checked in for the Suns. He hits both from the strike. And so Booker will bring it up for the Suns. Now the pass to Šarić. Moore outside. To the middle. Wants to get it to Booker and does. And this is what the schedule looks like coming up for Phoenix. On Saturday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks. And then on Wednesday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw, good, Booker.
And when you think of shot blocking teams, the Warriors don't come to mind, and they really should.
Well, they led the league in blocks the last 3 seasons, Greg. You're exactly right. They don't have not one single dominant force, but every position can get a block. This team funnels you into challenge shots at the rim.
Both free throws good from Booker. Golden State's gotten 12 of their points from long range in the third quarter, going 4 of 5 shooting. Curry kicks to Thompson. Here's ABC. Pass to Curry. 6 on the shot clock. All 3 off the mark.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, that's a good defender making a great play, and he does it without fouling.
And here's Booker. Shot from 12. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. ABC's got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Pascal. Phoenix grabs the miss. Now Šarić still looking for his first bucket in this one. And the foul called on ABC. That'll be his second foul of the game. Moore outside. Passes it to Paul. The 3. And another basket to his impressive total. It's his 9th against 12 attempts.
He's ramped up his game in a big way this quarter. I don't think he likes it when they're trailing.
Outside Curry. Paul with the steal. One-on-one fast break. Booker the pass to Smith. ball outside. Charge outside. 4 on the shot clock. With 3, Booker. That one's not going to go. Warriors leading by 23. He lobs up the alley pass, and Chris throws it down.
You see the recognition. Thompson dependable at getting it to the open man.
Here's Paul. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Well, we're now in the back end of what has been, Greg, an incredible career for Chris Paul. Perhaps no longer the undisputed best point guard in the game, but still looks outstanding.
And Chris Paul might not be the best point guard, but any team would be happy to have him. His efficiency and playmaking aren't going away anytime soon. And even though he's never been an overly athletic player, that aspect of his game still is strong as ever.
And the first one at the line is good. We'll see where Chris Paul can make some fancy passes every so often, but he's considered a great passer for making the right pass at the right time.
Yeah, Kevin, you know, it always doesn't have to be about the no-look pass. I mean, Paul is effective by making simple, fundamental passes and keeping his turnovers down. As impressive as his assist totals are, they are even more incredible when you put them up by his no-turnover numbers.
Curry against Paul. Shoots. Curry's shot is off.
Oh, he did everything right there except hit the shot.
He was all alone on that one. And that's now 24 points for Chris Paul.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Curry passes to Oubre. There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Pass to Pascal. Shoots the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. He's got 6 here in this quarter.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
And Ayton throws it down.
Dunking the ball is just second nature to Ayton. With the right positioning, he's a threat to throw it down.
Now here's Thompson. 9 points in the game so far. The pass to ABC. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game. That one falls.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Now here's Booker. Tries it from 19, and he nails the jumper. Booker's got 6.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
But it's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Right back after this break. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
This is the versatility you need to play in today's game. 2 guards have to be able to make plays for others.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. ABC is out there with Draymond Green, and it's Oubre in at the small forward position. That's the Warriors' foul. Ayton finds Johnson. Booker outside. Fires from deep. Well, shot missing. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Oubre outside. As it seems like some teams have been in rebuild mode for a long time. Is there a point at which the league should step in and maybe, I don't know, take over or give them guidance?
You know, I really do, and not because it's necessarily the fault of the team, because it's tough to win a championship, but to be a perennial bottom dweller, basement dweller, it's not good for the fans. And fans like myself, every year comes the first game, we think, hey, we can win a championship, we can do it, but you know, our thought process is not based in knowledge, it's just based in our hope and will for the team. So you definitely want to keep teams straight, you want to keep them honest, and I think the league can find a way to step in but not step on the toes of ownership.
Now here's Shorich after the miss from Klay Thompson. Pass to Ayton. To the wing right side. Here's Shorich. 11 feet out and he hits it. Shorich has got his first bucket in this one.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shots now starting to fall.
Here's Oubre, and it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. And the Warriors making a change here. Wiggins is checked in. And a change for the Suns. Crowder's checked in. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Outside Curry. From the arc. Bridges with the board. Bridges has got his 6th rebound on the night. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
And along with the association, we've seen the growth of the G League, the WNBA, the 2K League. Chris, which of those have you followed the most?
Well, first let me say I should have been drafted by the 2K League because I'm really not. Matter of fact, anybody listening to the sound of my voice, I will beat you in the game, and I'm talking on right now. But secondly,
I know you will.
I love the WNBA, from Lisa Leslie to Cheryl Swoops to my girl Candace Parker. Are you kidding me? The skill set of these ladies, oh, they have game. And I can't say I follow one the most because even the G League and their all-star game I follow. Right now it's a great time for hoops, and all 3 of these leagues I'm in on.
No free throw is good from Bridges.
And this is one of the things they need to keep doing in the second half to get this win. Keep knocking down those free throws. They've been sensational here at the line.
Now here's Wiggins. Got a piece of it. Curry with the steal. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. And the shot goes down. Curry's got 10 points here in the second half.
Oh, I love seeing Curry come up with steals like this, using his quickness to his advantage.
Curry against Booker. Kicks it to Crowder. Ayton. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. Ladies checked in for ADC. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. With 3, Booker gets the 3-pointer to fall.
There you go, his first 3-pointer of the night. That should calm him down, maybe even get him going a little bit.
Pass to Looney, outside Green. Golden State moving the ball around. And it's Oubre, the drive. That shot off.
Now, he hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. The good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
Booker against Curry. Booker with it. Just 5 to shoot. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Can't connect from short range. And there's Green on the assist by Wiggins. Wiggins has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And here are the Suns now. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Johnson, the pass to Booker. to the paint. Here's Ayton trying to get open as Crowder. And it's Ayton missing.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
Curry's shot is off. Suns trail by 19. Oubre with the steal. And they call the foul, so he's got the and-one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Chris, there is that transition from being a player to retirement. It can be a challenge for some. What were the keys that you found in succeeding at that?
Well, first I think is adjusting to the fact you don't have the same schedule. You don't have a physical release that you used to have. You miss the locker room and the camaraderie with all the guys. So you miss the culture. But secondly, I would say take all the lessons that you learned, and for me this was big, from sports and use them in business. So in business, I became a rookie in other areas. I found a Chris Mullin type in business. I found a Latrell Sprewell type, guys that would mentor you, guys that you would play on their team. Humble yourself, get back to it, get to practice, get to meetings early, stay at practice late, stay at meetings to be the last one that leaves, and just take the culture of basketball, infuse that athletic personality into the personality of whatever you go into next, and you can use those tenets to have a wonderful retirement and really enjoy it. So for me, it's been awesome. And by the way, I've had twins, and so since retiring, and that'll keep you just as busy as it was you were playing. So you can find ways to keep that same lifestyle.
That's right. There's some sound advice too. Shot clock at 2, Looney, and that one hits back iron. For Phoenix, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field. It's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Booker finds Ayton. Back to Booker. Outside Crowder. Johnson outside. Releases. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake.
Some great awareness being shown by Crowder. Spotted the open man and made a fantastic dish.
Oubre outside. And with the younger generation of fans cutting the cord, Silver has talked about ways to make the games, NBA games, more accessible.
Yeah, and as a guy, Kevin, that played on the West Coast, I know many people aren't happy with this idea, but I say move the games up an hour. Move it to 6 o'clock so that I could watch LeBron on the West Coast when I'm living on the East Coast and be to bed by a normal time where kids can stay up. But how about the streaming? I mean, you can watch it on your phone. There's so many better and different ways now. I mean, before, if you were traveling, you could never watch a game because you had to be by a TV set stuck into a wall. Now, that's your phone, your pads, and everything else. So I love the game. It's becoming more global because of the expansion and how we've gotten players out there in front of fans. And now, with the access that fans have from some type of mobile device, I just love it. I love it.
Here's Booker following the basket by Stephen Curry. And Booker gets to Ayton. Back to Booker. Shoots over Curry. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. 11 points for Devin Booker.
Wow, as he flipped the switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Bridges with the steal. And up the court come the Suns on the break. Kicks it out to Johnson. Green with the rebound.
Even when the D is playing off of him, the mid-range jumper shouldn't be the shot they're looking for.
Here's Curry. Sweet little quarter. Curry's got 16 here in the second half.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
And the Suns call time. You see the shift toward players on competing teams becoming friends. How does that compare to when you played, Chris?
It's a little bit different. The players that I admired the most, I wouldn't be friendly with on purpose. We were in the same position. A guy like KG, one of my favorite players ever. We're close now. But during when we played, it was either me or him.
Really?
If it's no, both of us. I didn't want to hang around with them when I'm trying to beat them in the summer. But, you know, you got guys like the Banana Boat crew and LeBron and Wade. They're good friends anyway. Melo and LeBron came in 1 and 2, and they have that relationship. So I think relationships are always great. Really, it's just about can you turn the friendship off when you cross the line? I know that Banana Boat crew can, and I know others can as well. And that's all you want. As much as you're friends off the court, I want you to dislike each other on the court through your friendship, just like a big brother, little brother type of thing. So I don't think it's a problem.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Steph Curry.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. Now, here's Ayton. Tipped away. Oh, Ayton in position. No good.
And that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
No, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
There's Looney. He's covered by Ayton. Ball against Green. Ball left side. With the fadeaway. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
And you can see just how much effort Crowder has put into improving the mid-range jump.
Pass to Thompson. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. They kick it out to Green. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. 9 points for Draymond Green.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
But it had to be. These days, you need to stretch the floor somewhat to make everything else work.
Now here's Crowder. There's the pass to Paul. Another three for Phoenix.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Warriors.
And every opportunity they managed to push the ball and keep the up-tempo game going.
I think it paid off, that's for sure.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this one. Such an overall great performance it was for Steph Curry.
They needed someone to do the heavy lifting tonight, and he was their man, scoring every way he knows how.
Here's Bridges. After the made shot from Klay Thompson. Crowder dishes to Booker. Paul outside. 6 to shoot. Over Thompson. Here's Ayton, and the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
A towering presence on the offensive glass. Ayton uses his height well to keep possessions alive.
Curry passes to Oubre. Thompson outside, fires for 3, and another 3 for Golden State.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Oh, Greg, that's the dagger. You can tell they wanted that one. I know that seals the deal.
Now here's Paul. Left side Crowder. No good on the shot. Great tee that time from Green. Here's Curry. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Andrew, an impressive win for you guys. How will you look back on tonight?
I feel great, and I think the whole team played great. We shared the ball, we got rebounds, we made big possessions, so I think it was a great game.
Hey, Andrew, congrats again. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Chris Webber, Craig Anthony, and David Oak, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you next time.